So protesters have been camping outside this facility since June, and just last night we saw people burning the American flag. Multiple fights broke out. Police responded with pepper spray, and officers arrested at least 3 people. All this as Democrats argue that President Trump does not need to deploy the National Guard.
So despite the chaos you're watching, the Portland ICE director says the local police aren't given much help. Here's the border czar, Tom Homan, on that.
Local government does not support ICE. You know, every attack on ICE building and ICE personnel, Portland Police Department don't respond. It's a dangerous job, and it's making more dangerous from the threats and the attacks in that building. What I'm most concerned when I talk to the other employees like the clerks and the support personnel, the people who don't carry badges and guns, that get followed home from the building. One agent was followed home from the building and assaulted in his very own driveway. Every night I pray that every one of these men and women go home safe.
Bill Melugin is now in Portland, and he has this report for us. Good morning, Bill.
Dana, good morning to you. I can tell you there was a whole lot of tension out here last night. We witnessed a violent fist fight that left a man unconscious and injured. We saw the American flag being burned. We saw people getting maced in the face. And then once again, we saw a bunch of clashes with federal agents. We'll dive right into the video. Take a look. This was last night, one of those clashes. You see federal agents bull rushing, coming out of the building and arresting a protester who had stepped onto federal property despite repeated warnings. There were protesters on a megaphone taunting the feds, saying, "What are you going to do if we step on the property?" Well, that person found out. There's another video we had showing agents chasing down and arresting a separate protester, though it's unclear exactly what she was detained for. Then take a look at this. This was that violent fight. These 2 men had been jawing at each other all night long. Then the fists started flying. The man in the white shirt was pro-ICE, the black shirt anti-ICE. He was the one who got laid out with a punch to the face. And minutes later, we saw him appear to collapse with federal agents and then go limp with some serious swelling to his face. Those feds had to carry him inside their building for medical attention. But Dana, Bill, there was no Portland police out here to intervene during any of this. It's an issue that the Portland ICE director told me has been an ongoing problem due to local politics. Take a listen.
Not really supposed to respond to this building. There have been folks that have been assaulted right down here on the street, even across the street, and it takes Portland police a while to respond, or sometimes they don't respond at all.
Is that frustrating?
It is frustrating. It's frustrating for us to watch people be attacked on the street and know that we don't have the authority to be able to really step in unless there's some nexus to federal law. That's frustrating for us.
Now, anti-ICE protesters also set this American flag on fire before it was ripped away by independent journalist Nick Sorter. He put the flames out and took the flag away. That led to him being cussed out by protesters. More on him in a second. But lastly, I want to show you this. Take a look. We witnessed this female protester getting maced in the face by a federal agent for unknown reasons. She had been yelling at agents, but we didn't see anything get physical. Well, Portland police officers who were watching from the sidelines then walked over and began collecting videos afterwards showing that macing from the witnesses. And officers on scene told our producer they are reviewing the incident for potential federal wrongdoing. And back out here live at the end of the night, after all the tension and violence had happened, Portland police sent in their rapid response unit and made 3 arrests. We can confirm that one of those arrests was that independent journalist, Nick Sorter. We're going to talk to him shortly to figure out what happened. But bottom line here, guys, a lot of tension, things getting violent out here, and still the National Guard has not been deployed to this building just yet.
Okay.
We'll send it back to you.
Bill Melugin, always in the middle of things. Thank you.
So, thank you, Bill, for that. In Portland, where the sun hasn't come up yet, we want to take you to Chicago, Illinois. This is the town of Broadview. It's due west of downtown Chicago, about 12 miles, or 25, 30 minutes given traffic here. So this is another ICE facility in Illinois. And we were watching protesters gather outside the facility a moment ago. I think we've got something else we can share with you that has also happened, okay? This is 8 o'clock Central Time. If we've got it, we'll roll it. If not, this is the scene that's happening there. Hugh Hewitt is with us now. And Hugh, good morning to you. I was prepared to suggest that, like, this is moth to the flame in a place like Portland. And I've thought for some time that Portland is where this all comes to a head. But I'm no longer convinced of that, Hugh. It could be Portland. It could be Illinois. It could be another town that's yet to be named. regardless, what appears to be developing is that there will be more and more of these protests as the days, the weeks, and the months go on. And I think that's the point to be made right now, Hugh. Good morning to you.
Good morning. I think you're right, Bill. Social media allows communities to come together that should not normally be able to get together, including people like Antifa, including anti-ICE people. Now, the American people generally, 2/3 of them think crime is a major issue. More than half of them support President Trump. But on issues like what we saw Bill reporting on from Portland, I'll bet you it's a 99.1% issue. There are 635,000 people living in Portland. I'm going to guess 634,000 plus support ICE and want peace and quiet and safety. Their political leadership in Portland is hard left. It's not the Portland police fault. They get told what to do and where to go by their political leadership. Same deal in Chicago and its suburbs, same deal in every city that resists President Trump's offer of help with the National Guard. So the issue is going to work for President Trump and for the Republicans generally, because Democrats deny what we're all seeing. It's sort of like the immigration crisis of the last 3 years.
Yep.
We all saw what Bill reported from the border,
Yep.
but the Democrats don't want to do anything, and they've got to act.
I agree. I was saying that on the 5 last night. We have yet another split screen moment where Bill Melugin's right in the middle of it. There are some Democrats who criticize this crackdown. Watch here.
What he's trying to do is use our National Guardsmen as toy soldiers, and none of them signed up for that.
Portland, Oregon is a beautiful, vibrant, successful city. We are not a war zone.
Portland is pretty calm and peaceful and recovering, and business has been coming back downtown. We've been recovering from the riots that Trump incentivized and stimulated back in 2020, and we're like, stay away.
It's amazing blaming President Trump for that.
Dana, TDS is a hell of a drug. The Portland political actors, they can tell us to not see what we see and hear what we hear, but it's not going to work. Now, they might get elected by the hyper-lefty, narrow pluralities in their city, but the rest of the country, and it's a lot of the country, it's 80% of the country or greater, want law enforcement supported, they want ICE supported, they disparage and will throw out eventually blue state politicians who do not provide for a safe environment. Right after the economy, crime and safety is the second most important issue. President Trump gets it. He is going to get the support of more than a majority of the American people wherever he sends the National Guard. So if Democrats want to keep saying, don't believe your own eyes, let them. They're going to lose with this issue because crime and safety matters a lot to everybody who's watching right now.
Okay, now I want to move to Memphis, but one more point about Portland. One of the people out there said the folks here go from a crowd of 50 to a crowd of 1,000 in 30 minutes. And sometimes in Portland, we only have 20 officers there. Now, what you're seeing on screen here is Memphis. 93 arrests as of Thursday, 28 illegal guns seized. These are business owners and these are residents who live in Memphis and their initial reaction to what they're seeing here. Watch.
I think it's an asset for the city and our community. It's just be a benefit for the community and our citizens to keep everyone safe.
They're coming in to help the community and things like that, but also could send mixed signals to our tourists that's coming, you know. Seeing all of that may scare them or deter them from coming.
I think it's very well needed, you know. I mean, you know, crime is getting out of hand. They get rid of some of the crime and, you know, just make it more peaceful.
I think the point to be made there is don't believe your ears, believe your eyes. And whether you're living in Memphis or Washington, D.C., look around and ask yourself, is your quality of life better now or not, Hugh?
Yeah, law-abiding people want the National Guard to help the police wherever there is a shortage of police personnel. I live in Washington, D.C. in the Beltway area. I love Union Station being cleaned up and safe again. I'm sure you guys do as well when you get down there. I'm sure you want New York City to be safe. Every American who is law-abiding wants to be able to walk around their neighborhood, have their kids go to a neighbor's house without worrying about it. It's not an 80-20 issue. It's a 95-5 issue. 3% of Americans create crime. That's it, 3%.
Hugh Hewitt, always great to see you. Thank you for being on our show today.
Hugh.
Thank you.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.